Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol POTN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So all this here may look like several days worth of time. It's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and just makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I did this analysis yesterday, so that's where these green line annotations are coming from. After today's price movement, though, the chart gets a little trickier from a presentation standpoint because, now there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are a day trader and you bought right there, for example, or maybe you bought right there and you wanted to sell, 15 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you, the chart's looking pretty bad. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, yeah, I get it. From the highs, the price did pull back quite a bit. But from a big picture point of view, the bulls do still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. And as long as higher bases are being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. I am going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you probably had more of a day trader, flipper, whatever you want to call yourself, type perspective going into the chart. And really, from a big picture, it all revolves around a single level and, nothing really new. But this green line right here at 30 cents, which I talked about yesterday, well, I'm not saying this will happen. Let's just say, for example's sake, that the price actually comes down here next week, flirts around this area, give or take, and then eventually starts to work its way upwards. Emphasis on big picture. From the big picture perspective, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows here. You'd have some consolidation lows there. You'd have these lows down there. If you picture each of these as stair steps, then the big picture stair steps would still very clearly be going in the upwards direction. Again, I'm well aware that if you're a day trader and you bought up there, then yeah, you couldn't care less about, this 29, 30 cent area. But that's why I try to offer up a warning that I would be, making these comments from more of a grand scheme type viewpoint. So sure, today the price is pulled back, but stop and think about that word, today, as in 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here, you can see the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base, so that'll definitely be top priority from the support side of things. As far as levels of resistance are concerned, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this level up now that we have a tad more data. It seems as though that shorter term level of resistance is going to be right up here around the 33 cent mark. So 33 cents going to be, that near term level. But in my opinion, at least, top priority right now is not necessarily breaking resistance. It's all about, making sure this pullback doesn't spin out of control and just build a higher low, because as long as there's higher lows over time, everything else will take care of itself. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.